The disturbing case of Philip Chisholm, the high school freshman who murdered a teacher in the school bathroom. Philip Chisholm was just 14 when he brutalized and murdered his math teacher Colleen Rizer. On October 22, 2013, a ninth grader at Danvers High School in Massachusetts named Philip Chisholm did the unthinkable. At just 14, he brutalized his 24-year-old math teacher, Colleen Rizer. The reportedly joyful Rizer was known to go out of her way to help her students with math and had asked Chisholm to stay after school that fateful day in October. She did not know the plot Chisholm had put into motion days before. At the end of the school day, Chisholm followed Rizer into a school toilet. Wielding a box cutter, Chisholm robbed, raped and killed her, then rolled her body in a garbage can to the woods behind the school. Chisholm then took himself into town and bought a movie ticket using Rizer's credit card. When police caught him the following morning, Chisholm had not washed his hands and still had Rizer's blood all over them. Who was Philip Chisholm? Philip Chisholm was born on January 21, 1999. In the fall of 2013, Chisholm had recently moved from Tennessee to Danvers, Massachusetts, where he wasn't that well known at the school apart from being a good soccer player. One report did refer to him as antisocial and really tired and out of it. It was also reported that his mother was going through a difficult divorce at the time of the crime. Colleen Rizer was just 24 when she was murdered. She is remembered by faculty and family as a caring teacher. Rizer, meanwhile, was a beloved member of the faculty. According to one struggling student, she was always positive and happy. She made me feel like I wanted to go to math class, they reported to the New York Times. And Chisholm was no exception to her. A student overheard Rizer complimenting Chisholm on his drawing skills at the end of class and then requested that he stay after school so she could help him prepare for an upcoming test. Chisholm then reportedly grew visibly upset at Rizer when she mentioned his move from Tennessee, according to Boston Magazine. Rizer consequently changed the subject, but the student witness later observed Chisholm apparently talking to himself. Hours later, he committed the unthinkable. On the morning of October 22, 2013, the Danvers High School's newly installed security cameras system showed 14-year-old Chisholm arriving at school with several bags, which he placed into his locker. Contained within his bags were a box cutter, mask, gloves, and a change of clothing. According to the New York Times, the school security footage showed Rizer exiting the classroom toward the second-floor women's bathroom at around 2:54 p.m. Chisholm can then be seen walking into the hallway looking her way, then ducking back into the classroom and re-emerging with his hood over his head. Trailing Rizer, Chisholm pulled on gloves as he entered the same bathroom. Chisholm proceeded to rob Rizer of her credit cards, iPhone, and her underwear, before raping and stabbing her 16 times in the neck with a box cutter. A female student entered the bathroom at one point, but glimpsing someone partially unclothed with a pile of garments on the floor, she quickly left thinking they were getting changed. Chisholm appeared in several different outfits throughout the crime, which police later said showed how he'd planned the murder in advance. At 3:07 p.m., Chisholm left the bathroom with a hood over his head and walked outside to the parking lot. When he came back 2 minutes later, he was wearing a new white t-shirt. Chisholm then went back to the classroom in a different red hooded sweatshirt over his head, then returned to the bathroom at 3:16 p.m. pulling a recycling bin. He re-emerged in the white t-shirt and a black mask, pulling the bin with Rizer's body toward an elevator and then outside of the school. He dragged the bin all the way to a wooded area behind the school, where he raped Rizer's lifeless body again, but with a tree branch. Cameras then picked Chisholm up coming back into the school, wearing a black shirt and glasses and carrying a pair of bloody jeans, completing his macabre fashion show. When neither Chisholm nor Rizer were seen after school, they were both reported missing. After speaking with students and staff at the school, police found blood in the bathroom, Rizer's bag, the bloody recycling bin, and Rizer's bloodied clothing near the cross-country path the woods behind the school. By 11:45 p.m., the CCTV footage was acquired and scoured and Chisholm became a suspect. Meanwhile, Chisholm used Rizer's credit card to buy a movie ticket, then left the theater to steal a knife from another store. He was walking along a darkened highway outside Danvers, when he was stopped by police on a routine safety call at 12:30 a.m. A frisk search of Chisholm for identification turned up Rizer's credit card and driver's license. Chisholm was taken to the local station where his backpack was searched and Rizer's purse and underwear were found, alongside the box cutter covered with dried blood. According to court documents, when Chisholm was asked whose blood it was, he said, "It's the girl's." When asked if he knew where she was, he chillingly replied, "She's buried in the woods." At 3 a.m., police discovered a gruesome sight of Rizer's half-naked body covered with leaves near a pair of stained white gloves. A branch had to be pulled from her vagina, and a folded handwritten note lay nearby worded, "I hate you all." Philip Chisholm was indicted for the murder, aggravated rape, and armed robbery of Colleen Rizer. He was tried as an adult, and on February 26, 2016, he was sentenced to serve at least 40 years in prison.